probably get what you need to go for you guys.
It's great. Great work put in by everybody.
Klay, were you amused by the sturdy causing? You mentioned how rejuvenating the Pacific Ocean was for you.
Well, I hope more people, since it being Earth Day yesterday, I hope more people now get out, especially the younger generation. We, including myself, have a tough time with technological devices and addiction. So I hope that spurs some kids to get outside and enjoy the fruits of nature.
You guys enjoy the outdoors more?
What's that?
You guys enjoy the outdoors yesterday?
Oh yeah, this Bay Area weather when it's like this, it's amazing. You know, we earned this after a long rainy winter.
What have you done to slow down Williams?
The same thing I did game one. He just didn't obviously convert at the highest of clips these last couple games, but it's not just me, it's Andre, it's our bigs who are giving great help in the pick and roll. And I can't tell you too much detail because I know they'll be listening intently, trying to gain some game plan from us.
Klay, how is having a good defensive game right on the list of the accomplishments?
I mean, when you have a great shooting night, nothing trumps that, not gonna lie, those are the best, but when you put the clamps on a great score, that's like a number two. It's right behind. You know, it's might not get the love from the media, but it as a basketball player, you know you did a good job, and that's a great feeling.
Wait, how have you noticed Bogut change in the past 3 years?
Well, he had kids, and I think that brought so much joy to his life. And now Bogut is probably the happiest guy in the locker room, which is great, and he's just been a great mentor to the young guys. I mean, the dude's been in the league forever, 10 plus years or whatever it is, and he's seen it all. And he is so detailed in his defensive presence, and he's passing that on to the younger guys. He just has so many tricks of the trade that you don't gain from just watching, but being out there and being a great defender like him, he learned those over time.
Was he a little bit more cynical last time around, or just?
I mean, his workload was a lot more, so his body probably wasn't feeling as good. Now he came back from Australia. I think just being home for that amount of time helped him so much. I know it helped me because I don't know what the overseas players go through, because it's got to be tough, you know, not being able to be at home for years on end. But for him to go back to Australia and come back with his mindset is amazing, and I'm happy for him because he deserves it. He's a hard worker, and he's all about his business.
He said he'd be open to coming back next season doing the same thing where he finishes out his contract in Australia, coming back same time next season. Do you love that?
Yes, I would, because yeah, I would like that too, so I won't have to play poker with him the whole year because he's a pretty big shark in that aspect. But other than that, I just enjoy his presence. You know, he was here since my second year, and he's a great teammate.
Play to the point you made the other day about the importance of closing this series out, partly because of Houston possibly being able to do that. What concerns do you have with Houston if they're able to advance the series apparatus?
Well, I mean, they're a great team. They got 2 Hall of Fame guards in their backcourt, and everyone else has carved out a nice role. And we've had a ton of history with them the last 5 years in the playoffs, and I know they're just itching to get another shot at us. And that's when 2 teams meet like that, when the stakes are that high, it makes for the best basketball in the world.
Sometimes you get to the postseason and the officiating loosens up a little bit. They let guys bang on each other a little more. Has that been the case in this series? Because there have been a lot of guys in foul trouble. Have you seen them call this series a little tighter than you're accustomed to?
I mean, they're just trying to stay consistent with what they're doing in the regular season. And I think we've adjusted well since games 1 and 2. We know how they're going to call it, and we're not playing with his hands so much, and I think the fouls are down. And we don't want to give this team more opportunity at the free throw line because I think they struggle to score over the top of us. So if we just continue to make them do that and prevent them from getting easy buckets and easy looks from the free throw line and around the rim, we'll be in a great position to win big tomorrow.
You talk about adjusting to how the game's being called, but it's hard in your sport because you get different officials for every game of the series. So I assume like you have to adjust mid-game on the fly to how they're calling it too.
Kind of, but I mean, you don't have to. The officials don't factor in as much if you just play with your hands back and stay disciplined. They're gonna make bad calls. They're gonna miss shots. It's part of the game. We just gotta move forward and realize we're so talented that our talent will take over if we're focused and play together. That I don't even think the officials will factor in. We can be that good.
Like how unselfish of a play it is taking a charge, given you know, even if you get there and you plan and you anticipate the play, you may not get the call, and you're probably gonna take a hit. I mean, you're gonna take a hit.
Yeah, it's I mean, I think it's a stat that should be accounted for. It's just charges taken, because that's just as good as a steal. It's just as good as a block. And we have a lot of guys who are great at it. I know Andrew's great at it. Draymond. These guys lay their bodies on the line, and it's kind of like a momentum shifter when you take a charge like that.
Did you ever take a charge that you regretted because it hurt too much?
No, I'm a shot blocker. I'll meet you at the rim.
Well, in these past few championship playoff runs for you guys have had short playoff series and that rest in between. What was kind of the routine like compared to maybe series that went 6 games?
Well, right now?
Yeah, like compared to the past.
Well, I mean, the series not over, so we still got a job to do tomorrow. And, I mean, just from a stress perspective, it's always nice to win in 4 or 5 games. You know, the 6, 7 games, the fans love it, but as a player, we love it too, but you'd rather, end it quick, because it's such a long year that any day's rest you can get is going to be beneficial in the long run.
Hey, Klay, anything you can say about Luke Walton and the lawsuit against him?
No. I'm here to talk about the playoffs.